Hello, and welcome to Your Money 2.0. I'm Thomas Fox, Community Outreach Director of Cambridge Credit Counseling. In an effort to address the arbitrary interest rate increases and excessive fees charged by credit card issuers, on May 22nd, President Obama signed the Credit Card Accountability, Responsibility, and Disclosure Act of 2009. While some of the provisions are only scheduled to take effect in February 2010, a few measures have already become law. For instance, beginning in August of 2009, banks are now required to ensure that consumers receive their statements 21 days before payment is due. The previous restriction was just 2 weeks. That's a relatively small change. A more important part of the new law requires lenders to provide consumers with at least 45 days notice of any change in their interest rate. However, it is the new law's second phase, scheduled to take effect in February 2010, that has many credit card companies scrambling. Beginning in February, card issuers will only be able to raise interest rates on existing balances if a consumer is more than 60 days past due on their account, if a promotional rate has expired, or if the individual's interest rate is based on a variable index. Such changes pose challenges for credit card companies who are naturally looking to maximize their profitability. In response, many card issuers have begun phasing out fixed interest rates, while others are simply raising rates for a larger percentage of their customers than they would ordinarily. In addition, many creditors are reducing their exposure to risk by lowering the credit limits of their customers, even for those with relatively low balances. This action in particular can do serious damage to your score. That's because one of the more prominent factors in the FICO scoring model has to do with how much of your available credit you're currently using. Most experts agree that you shouldn't use more than 30% of your available credit limit at any time, but when your creditor arbitrarily reduces the credit limit, it can push you over that mark, even when you haven't made any additional charges. The question on everyone's mind is, are lenders taking these steps to extract every possible dollar in profit before the new law takes effect, or are they doing so because of the current state of the economy? It's not easy to say for sure. We do know that a large segment of customers who were once quite profitable for credit card lenders have simply disappeared, curbing their credit card use until conditions improve. That's a good move on the consumer's part, but it hurts the bank's bottom line, without question. We also know that due to the dramatic increase in credit card defaults, many lenders are avoiding risk by no longer offering cards to consumers with poor credit. That's a good thing too. People should have to earn credit, and lending standards have become too relaxed in recent years. And there is some justification for reducing credit card limits when the national unemployment rate rises sharply, as it has over the last year. Statistics show that people resort to their credit cards when their bills come due, even when they have no job to pay back their lenders. Why should the bank be left holding the bag? While many credit card companies have protested that their changes they're making are justified, many lawmakers feel otherwise. As we record today's episode, Congress is considering enacting the second phase of the Card Act well before February 2010. The banks have countered, saying that moving up the timeframe wouldn't allow them enough time to change their infrastructures accordingly. In the meantime, more consumers will bear the brunt of their lenders' harsh new policies, and many will see their credit scores drop. For a full list of the Card Act provisions, please go to www.govtrack.us and search for the Credit Card Accountability, Responsibility, and Disclosure Act. Well, that's it for this edition. As always, we welcome your feedback and ask for your thoughts and suggestions by emailing us at yourmoney2@cambridgecredit.org. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Thomas Fox for Cambridge Credit Counseling.